Wilma Nivo-Drugen has been an ANC member of the National Assembly since 1999, with a 2-year break between 2014 and 2016.
In her supplementary question, Wilma Nivo-Drugen asked the minister if developed countries were prepared to go an extra mile to reduce their emissions.
The slow pace of commitment to reduction of greenhouse gas emissions by developed countries is of serious concern, as developing and poor countries suffer the most from global warming. Developing countries take longer to recover from climate changes caused by floods, droughts, and amongst other things.
She has been a member of the Communications Committee too. Nivo-Drugen also sits on the Justice and Correctional Services Committee. She recently had questions about Thabo Bester's escape during the G4S meeting with the committee.
Now, I just want to understand, why was cell 35 specifically allocated to Bester during that time, and are the 17 that you have normally full?
Nivo-Drugen is elated that the National Assembly recently passed the Constitution 18th Amendment Bill with more than 300 votes.
We actually just needed 267, two-thirds, and we passed it with such a huge number. So we'd like to thank all the political parties who supported us, unanimously passed the bill. You know, the deaf community marched in 2006 in all the provinces. I'd like to thank all the people who were involved in that protest, in the march. PANSAL has given us support. Department of Arts and Culture has given us support. Department of Basic Education is already implementing South African Sign Language, the home language. So there are many role players. There are many role players, not just Parliament, but outside of Parliament. So really want to thank them all for that.
The lawmaker and the deaf community can't wait for President Ramaphosa to sign the bill into law. The president still has to sign it into law. I understand it went straight to him. How soon would you like to see that?
Yes, well, we wish it was yesterday. We wish the president signed it already yesterday, as soon as possible. But yes, we understand that there is a process. Parliament does need to inform the presidency, and I believe the Department of Justice needs to be informed that Parliament has passed the bill, and now it's up to Parliament to draft a memo to present to the President for him to sign. So we are looking forward to that. It's taking too long, but we hope it will be done soon.
But how has Parliament made it possible for persons with disability, including Nivo-Drugen, who uses sign language, to participate in the business of the National Assembly?
Members of Parliament have the right to participate fully in the affairs of Parliament, participate in debate, to attend sittings either of committees or of the House. And Parliament must always ensure that it's accessible to members of Parliament, but also to the general public. It must make provision so that it can be accessible. But for members of Parliament in particular, for instance, members who would require sign language, or members who use wheelchairs who need to access the buildings and to sit in the chambers, Parliament has an obligation to enable that to happen. Obviously, members come to Parliament through their parties. So within the parties, there would be some allowances, disability allowances where applicable. And there would obviously be a contribution that Parliament makes through the party to the members. So the contribution will be made to the party, and the party would obviously make the arrangements for that specific member. But the principle is that Parliament has to be accessible, and members of Parliament have to be able to participate fully.
And is the National Legislature ready to cater for more public representatives who use sign language should they be elected to serve in Parliament in future?
We are ready because there is precedent. We are ready because institutional arrangements are such that we must accommodate these arrangements. They are as entitled to be here as anyone else, and they are as entitled to participate here as anyone else. And they should not really, the institution must do it such that they don't have to feel different from the rest of them, of the people who are say members of parliament or who are here to perform a function in parliament. So my view is that based on what has been done before, the Secretary to Parliament has always made adequate arrangements, and I have no doubt that the Secretary to Parliament will continue to make such arrangements for members of Parliament to participate fully in the affairs of Parliament.
When asked about the significance of having the 12th official language, as next year will mark 30 years since South Africa achieved democracy, Nivo Drugen says the deaf community wants to start celebrating sooner.
Yes. Oh, I hope not next year. Before the end of this year, we need to celebrate. 2023, we need to celebrate. Yes, the deaf people are really looking forward to this. The executive members of DEFSA keep asking, when is the president going to sign? And I keep telling them, watch this space.
Once President Ramaphosa has signed the bill into law, it will make provision for sign language to become the 12th official language of the country. This would also be the 18th time that the South African Constitution has been amended. Mercedes Besent,
SABC News Parliament.
Well done.